Blessed be everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about magic with the Ace of Swords tarot card. I thought I'd do something a little bit different with the tarot this time rather than just talk about tarot card meanings or ways to read tarot cards. We can use tarot cards in magic and law of attraction too, so why not talk about that? But before we do, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and Witchcraft, tarot, shadow work, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. I'm also the creator of the Confident Tarot Reader course, so if you do want to become a Confident Tarot Reader, take a look at the information about the Confident Tarot Reader course. There's a link in the description field below this video. The Ace of Swords is the card that came up today, and the last video that I did on this channel was all about magic. Prosperity tea, actually. And so I thought I'd stick to the theme of magic and do tarot magic. Now, when you use tarot cards in magic, we're connecting to the symbols in the tarot because those symbols speak to our subconscious mind and they often have a universal meaning. So you can use them very, very nicely in magic in the same way that you would use a sigil or works of art in magic. It really is up to you as to how creative you can be with magic. And this is a beautiful card. This one is the Waite Smith deck. There are many, many decks out there. You may find that when it comes to magic in the tarot that you may want to use a specific deck for your magic that's different to the deck that you might use when you're doing readings, for example. You may find that because of the nature of spell work, and it can get a little messy, that you might not necessarily want to work with the cards themselves. You might prefer to do a printout of copies of these cards that are on the internet and use the copies for your spell work so that if they do get wax all over them or herbs all over them or who knows what all over them from doing magic, then you're not wasting an expensive deck of tarot cards. So it really doesn't matter what the tarot cards are made of when it comes to magic. It's the symbol on them that is important. Another way that you can work with tarot in magic too is if you can find a deck like, say, the Waite Smith deck that's all over the internet. You may find that there's also black and white pictures or even just line drawings of these cards that aren't actually coloured. And that means that you can change the colours on these cards to suit your magic. So if you're wanting to bring in a particular aspect that's associated with the colour blue, for example, maybe you want to bring in more peace and you're wanting to use the swords, the Ace of Swords, you might want to add more blue to the card or to the drawing to bring in more of that sense of peace and tranquility and calm. You might want to bring more love into the communication that this card is representing, or into a conflict that you're trying to bring some sort of peace to by using this card. So you could color this card in, pink tones or green tones, things like that. So you can be creative with your cards as well, or with the pictures of the cards too, if you want to use them in tarot magic. This particular card can be used to find more clarity. So if you're confused about something or you're not clear about something, it could be just you're not clear about something in your own mind, like you might want to change jobs, or you might want to start a side hustle or something, and you're just not clear on what that could be or what that could do. So you could use this in a spell to gain more clarity. You can use this for clarity if you're in a situation with other people and things are very muddy and not very clear, and you're wanting to have more clarity about a situation or more clarity about a relationship. You might want to get to the truth of something. So that is where you can use this card, to get to the truth of something. You might not be sure what the truth is. You might be hearing two different stories from two different sides of an argument, and you just want to figure out, okay, well, what's the truth here? Maybe there's a bit of truth on both sides and not a bit of not so truth on both sides, or whatever it is, you want to see more clarity, you want the truth to be revealed. You could be using this in gossip spells as well. So if you're trying to stop somebody from gossiping about you, you could use this card to stop them from gossiping, and also to reveal the truth. So if somebody's spreading lies about you and you want the truth to be revealed, or people to believe the truth or listen to the truth, you can use this card in a tarot spell for that. For example, new ideas. You might have an idea for that you'd like to start something in some way. Maybe it's a new project, maybe it's a new work of art, maybe it's a new song, whatever it is, and you're looking for ideas. So this can bring you more ideas to play with. And communications. This is a card of communications and victory. It's a victory card too. When it comes to communications, you may want to work on becoming more clear with your communications, better understood with your communications. You might want to increase your social media following or subscribers if you have a YouTube channel. You might find that maybe you struggle with communication. Maybe you struggle with verbal communication, for example, and you'd like to get better at it. You could use this to help you become more articulate. This is a triumph card, as I said before, so if you want to triumph over something or you're looking for victory, you could use this card in spell work with other cards too. Often with tarot magic, you're using cards with other tarot cards to enhance within the theme. So it would really depend on what your circumstances are, but if you're using this card in isolation, then you can use this card for pretty much any of those things. The different ways that you can use your card in the actual magic itself, apart from colouring it in different colours, if you're using a copy or like a line drawing of this card or a black and white image of this card, is to place it under a candle if you're doing candle magic. So if you're looking for new ideas or better communication, then you could put a yellow candle on top of this card and then do your spell work and allow the candle to burn down as it's on top of this card. Now this is where you might want to use a photocopy or a printout of this card rather than the card itself if you don't want it to get wax all over it, for example. Another way that you can use your card is to allow the image to infuse something that is, for example, you may make a potion, a magical potion, and you want to infuse that potion with the energy of the tarot card or the image of the tarot card. You can place your bottle of potion or your glass or whatever you've mixed it up in on top of your tarot card the same way that you would do your candle magic, and allow the image to infuse the glass for maybe about 24 hours. So sit it on top of the card for maybe 24 hours. Another way you can do that is to have the card behind the glass so that when you're looking at the glass, you can see the card through the glass. So the card is infusing the image on the glass that's in front of it. That's another way that you can do that. Again, allow it to sit with the glass or the bottle, whatever it is you're infusing, for about 24 hours. Petitions. If you're writing a petition, you can place the petition on the card as you're saying it, and then burn the petition. And as a talisman or a charm or as an amulet, place your talisman, for example, onto the card and let it sit there for 24 hours. Still do all of the other magic that you do around your spell, such as feeling into the wish fulfilled, doing any type of mantra work that you might do, or whatever ways that you raise magic. Still do those things. You're just adding the tarot card as that extra tool, that extra prop, that extra correspondence to help boost your psychological connection with the spell itself, so that you can get more into the feel of the magic of the spell and more into the feel of the result that you're wanting. They can really help with that. Whether you see them as just psychological tools or whether you see them as being able to vibrationally affect the matrix, it doesn't really matter. If you're using the card for magic, it will still work however you like to work with the card. So that's how you can use this card in a tarot spell. If you do want to become a confident tarot reader, like I said at the beginning, I have the Confident Tarot Reader course all there. It's a DIY, so you can do it in your own time, take as long as you want or as shorter time as you want to do it. You still have me to help you along the way. If you've got any questions or anything like that, the link is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.